right, guys, welcome to another What Is It?
What is it? Come and see here at Manna University.
All right, so we are back, and it is 2026.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Is
2026. Oh my goodness.
boy.
I can't believe that we are here. It felt like just yesterday we started this podcast. So we started in February of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So we're almost a year in. But it feels like it was just yesterday, and now it's almost a year later. So speaking of which, Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to my guest host. So I have a guest host. As you know, we usually have a guest host. And her name is Cherish.
Yes.
And she, if you know her, you know her. If you don't know her, kind of sucks to be you.
Oh, wow.
I'm just joking.
That's a lot of pressure.
Not really. But we're gonna have some conversation about educate, equip, and empower. So let's start off because they know me.
Yes.
Probably more than they want to.
Too much.
But they don't know you. So, Cherish, why don't you tell our listeners and viewers a little bit about you?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, I'm Cherish, like Dee said. Last name Thompson. You know, it's important to say your last name. I've heard. I'm from Lugoff, South Carolina. Born and raised in the country, barefooted. Still trying to be barefoot.
She still is barefoot.
If I could have my shoes off right now, I would.
She would. We asked her not to.
Yeah. And I said, well, I don't want to be on here. No, that's not true. But yes, I am 25 and excited to step into a new year, you know, in my midlife quarter crisis, they say, but not me, you know. Is that what it's called? Quarter crisis? Midlife quarter crisis.
So wouldn't it just be mid-quarter life crisis?
That's what we're going to go with. I'm in that stage, but I'm not in a crisis because I know who I am and I know who God is.
Come on.
Oops. So, was that snap too loud?
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Was that snap too loud? I'm so sorry. It was a high snap
Don't
too.
keep snapping. It's her first time on the podcast.
I'm learning the rules.
Learning the rules. Anyway, so you're here at Manna University.
Yes, I am.
You are.
I am a staff member here at Manna University, but I'm also alumni.
Yes, she is. Which is the reason why we've invited her on. So it's the new year. We wanted someone who's fun, who's bright, because a new year is always brings brightness to us. For those of y'all who make New Year's resolutions, good for you. Hope you can do better than most people and get past the 15th of February. But we also have her on because she went from a student to a staff member. And so who better to talk to about educate, equip, and empower than a person who's literally been walking that out for years. And so, and this year, I think we want to have a lot more conversation with our students. Last year, we talked to a lot of pastors. We talked to the president, which I'm sure we will again. And we had some students here and there, but most of it was like staff. And this year, we want to connect more with our students, our student body, both present students and alum, simply because, well, they can give you the true lowdown on who we are at Manna University. And so what better way to start than Cherish? So we're going to jump in with our first question. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Here we go. So we're starting with, as we always do, we have 3 segments: educate, equip, and empower. So we're going to start with educate. All right. So tell us about how you got to Manna U. How did your education start at this fine university?
Yes. Okay, so from South Carolina, I went to a sister church, Grace Life, in Columbia, South Carolina. And while I was there, I met interns of Manna Church back in 2018. And so they're telling me about this internship. They're telling me about Manna University. And I'm like, okay, let's see what happens.
Was it Manna University or was it GCD?
Oh, you're right. It was completely Grace College of Divinity.
Yeah, I mean, we just like to distinguish. Some of us
Correct.
come
No, you're
on
right.
as GCD and finish as Manna University.
Yes.
so.
And actually, I have a certificate in Christian leadership from Grace College of Divinity and a
Nice.
bachelor's from Manna University.
Nice.
So.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. So, yes, I met the interns, and they were just telling me about Manna Church and how the tracks worked, but also how Manna University connected to that. And at that time, I really was lost and did not know what I was going to do for college. So I said, okay, let's just do it. I think it's so easy. The Lord just has to say one word and you're like, oh, wait, I think this is what I'm supposed to do. And I was that gullible, but that gullibleness brought me here and it worked out. So, I joined the internship. I was a counseling intern.
Yeah, you were.
I also was an education intern, and that's when I started to work part-time, like half-time here at Manna University.
Yeah, you did.
With John McIntyre.
So then you did the working internship, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, a couple times. You just do a lot of things, which is really fun. But I was a working intern for Manna University, but I was also a working intern for Manna Church and the Manna Kids department.
Yes, you were.
Yes. And that's where me and Dee first met.
Yep.
She was my boss.
I only like when people refer to me as boss when they're talking about the small group.
Okay.
Jessica
Had to get
can
band
tell
of
you.
sister sorority in there some way, somehow.
Dude. Shameless plug. Okay.
But yes, she was my boss. That's how we met. And then we just kind of traveled both together to Manna University and all the things.
It's been a ride. It's been
so fun.
You know, I love your story though, because you were completely removed from Manna Church and Manna University at first. Like you were at a sister church, yes, but you weren't a part of the Manna, as we like to call the Mannaverse at all.
Correct.
And then these interns comes in and they're doing, I think, like a student takeover event.
Exactly. Like a youth event for our weekend. They're playing games with us, nothing
and
crazy.
It looks interesting. So they start talking. A part of the point of them going was to try to pull people into doing this thing. And you said, your words were, you just have to hear one word from God, which then says you know that you hear from him. I think that's a very important factor that a lot of people feel like they don't have. They do, they just don't realize it.
Yes.
But you and your relationship, you said you were lost and yet you could still hear him.
Correct. And
That's
I think in the years to come, I would have known, like, oh, that was definitely the Lord, like he was definitely speaking. And yeah, you're right. I didn't know anything about Manna Church. The only thing I knew was whenever we got in trouble as kids, my dad would make us rewrite How to Build Successful Relationships by Pastor Michael Fletcher. So I just remember being like, ugh, I hate writing all these books. And then I got to meet him and it was like, wait, I love you. I'm sorry.
Actually, shout out
I forgive you for the handwriting skills.
Shout out to Pastor Michael Fletcher and the amazing Building Successful Relationships.
Correct.
We actually, for a long time, was giving that out as a first-time guest book in
That's crazy.
Boss. There it is again. So anyway, okay, so that's a really cool story, and I love how your time at Manna started because it was with you doing something. Was it scary because you were leaving everything you knew?
Correct. It was like, I think it was something I always desired. I think I wanted to move into something better, and the idea was very scary. I've only ever lived with my parents, so moving to a completely different state, even though it was a couple hours away, was like
With
huge.
a bunch of different people
With
that
a
you
bunch
never
of
met.
people. Yes, exactly. Meeting new people, oh my word, it was nerve-wracking. And in that time, I really didn't know who I was, so I was very timid, very shy, very much like, I don't know these people. I'm not trying to know these people, maybe. And then, the Lord just kind of breaks down those walls and just opened up so many doors, but also opened up so many beautiful friendships and mentorships, and that wouldn't have been possible without it.
I love it. All right, so what is one of the biggest things you walked away from when it comes to your education outside of, the bachelor's degree, what's one thing that you remember grabbing a hold of and you still carrying it with you till this day?
That's good. So like I said, when I got to Manna University, I was ultimately did not know who I was. And I heard from the Lord, but I really didn't fully understand who he was. And I was stuck in legalism. So coming to Manna University, doing an internship with Manna Church, I think just really helped clean up that legalism of like, this is not who I think the Lord is. This is not him. He's much better. He's much kinder. He's much just. And so I think that's something I've stuck with, is just knowing who I am and who he is a little bit more. Still learning that. You constantly learn that. But I think I've been able to hold on to that really.
Now do me a favor. Let's pretend that there are people who are watching.
Okay.
Who don't know what it means to be stuck in legalism and the aspect of what you're talking about. Can you just give a brief synopsis on what that looked like for you?
Yeah. So what it looked like was a constant, I think, anxiety when it came to, well, if I have to read my Bible at 8 o'clock in the morning on the dot. I have to make sure I'm highlighting. I have to make sure I'm underlining. But I also have to make sure I'm doing this and this. And I have to pray, because if I don't pray, the Lord's not going to love me enough. Or if I don't do this, if I skip a day, he's going to be super angry with me. And that was just my mindset of like, there was this mean God, that he was mean, he wasn't kind, and that if I didn't act a way that I was supposed to act, I was going to hell. That's what I constantly thought as a child. I remember being like, I would sin. And then I remember being like 13, sinning, and then be like, okay, I can't sleep in my bed tonight. I have to read my devotional all the way through on the ground.
Wow.
Because I thought if that's the only way to make it better, which sounds like very much, you might want to take this out, but like Catholicism in a sense of like, if I don't do these rituals, then I'm not going to go to heaven. I'm not going to be worthy enough. So
I love that you've explained that. And the reason why I asked you to explain it is because we use words because we know what they are.
Yes.
But there's somebody out there that's hearing like legalism. What has legalism got to do? What is the, legal system got to do with the church and the university? But when you're explaining this idea that it has to be this way, or else, like it's this or this.
It was like a principal, not a father. It was like the Lord was my principal, and if I was wrong, I'm in trouble. I'm getting a demerit rather than I have a personal relationship with my father.
That's good. That's a good way to explain it. Okay, I think it's necessary to hear you say that. And so would you say that breaking in freedom from that legalism came from your time at Manna University?
Yes. Like the first class I took was Destiny and Calling with Dr. Stephen Crowther, the man, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He just really, I think, opened that door too of just talking more about, he just constantly shared his heart in his relationship with the Lord in class, and talked about the call that the Lord placed on his life, and he wanted us to understand that, and he wanted to take time and let us really break down those walls of what did I come in here with, and how can I leave knowing that I was made on purpose for a purpose? How can I leave knowing that there was a man that bought me with a price, that sees me and loves me? And I would say that class definitely helped break some of those walls of just understanding, there is a call on my life, that the Lord has a plan for me, for his kingdom to prosper. And Dr.
I love that. I think that's one of those courses where I'm often telling people, if you take anything. Of course, you want the apologetics and the hermeneutics, all of those things are good and they're necessary. But as far as the identity, which is a big, big deal for me, as far as that identity, I'm always constantly telling people, like, struggling with our identity, you need to take Destiny and Calling, because it walks you through some things and understanding who you are, but who you are created to be, but who you are created for. All right, so we're going to move into the equip segment of this. So you're now on staff at Manna University.
Yes.
Tell us exactly what you do and how Manna University and your degree equipped you for the job you're in.
That's really good. So at Manna University, I am your enrollment counselor. I'm probably most of your guys' academic advisor. I'm the academic advisor for all undergraduate students. So what I do is make sure you feel equipped and empowered to step into this new season of either getting a certificate, getting a bachelor's, getting your master's, or doctoral. I work mostly with undergraduate, but I do try to help every single degree program. But just, calling students, setting them up for success and helping them get registered for classes, kind of going over their worries and their fears about, this is what my season looks like. That's usually my first question when I'm registering. What does your season look like? What does this month look like for you? Because I don't want you to take 6 classes and you're going through this, and that.
That's good.
Because at the end of the day, your first priority is your family. Your first priority is this. And so I just want to make sure you feel comfortable and confident. And I think my degree in Christian counseling helps with that, just to
it's good.
See the person and understand the person. Like, we're here at Manna University. I work for Manna University, but you're a child of God. You're a person, and I just want to help you as a student, but also as my brother and sister in Christ. And so I think that kind of coexists together of just seeing the person, listening to them, but also even empowering them. Hey, you have a busy season, but you want to go, your goal is to finish this time. I think you can push through. These are some steps that can help you. Use our library resources. Do this, do that. I'll check in on you. Kind of things like that. Just hearing out the person and helping them make their next steps.
And I can honestly say, right? I know a lot of times people hear me say stuff and they be like, girl, you say that because you work there and they pay you. I can honestly say that I actually share an office with Cherish. And I hear her sometimes on the phone with students as she is getting them enrolled. And I don't realize that there are students that she's never met before. It sounds like she's talking to her best friend or her mom or a sister, someone. The way she connects with the students gives them that I can do this attitude. And so sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her and I just stop doing what I'm doing to just kind of hone in on what's happening, because I think it's absolutely imperative that the students that enroll into Manna University feel like they're loved and they're cared for. I think that's one of those things that I feel like we do better than a lot of the big, huge universities. Because we are a smaller university, we have the ability and the capacity to make you feel loved and cared for. And so sometimes I'm listening to you and I become awed by how you love, you openly love on the people, and you're not trying to force them to take these classes because that's what needs to be done. You're like, okay, you trying to do too much.
I'll tell you. No,
you're trying to do too much.
There's a staff member here and he was getting registered for classes, and I said, no, I'm not going to let you take this many classes. You have this many things going on. You need to take care of your family. We're not doing this.
We're not doing this.
And he wasn't upset, but he's just like, what? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let you do it. It's just, I don't know.
Because she doesn't want to see anybody felt. None of us do. And I think sometimes when you're a part of, when you see some of the other universities, and this is not a ditch on any of them, but as a person who's experienced other universities outside of this one, it's just get the student, get the money, get the classes, get the da-da-da-da-da. And you didn't stop to think for a second about the fact that I am a wife, I am a mother.
Correct.
I work a job. I run small groups. Like I do all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like take that into consideration. And I love how you said that you think that your degree in Christian counseling. Sorry, I'm
She
in a
was thinking about-
master's. I was thinking about myself. How your degree in Christian counseling plays a role because you have the ability to listen. You learn that in your degree.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah,
I
so-
think we got to do our bachelor's together
did.
also.
We
so
did.
definitely Dr. Ken
We're
Duffy was
awesome.
helping.
Oh,
he was
shout out
out Ken Duffy. We love you, okay?
We
If you're
love
watching this, I hope you are.
I hope you're watching it. I might send it to you just
You
so you can
should.
watch
We
it.
love you,
We
and you
do.
helped us.
A lot.
So,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Let me not get emotional.
Okay.
Because I love him
Keep
so
it
much.
in.
Okay. And he even came to our graduation and everything.
I know, he was so
okay.
sweet. So
Okay.
sweet.
Let's pull it together. Okay. So you have, so let's step outside of your role at Manna University because you have a pretty awesome role in your local church, which just so happens to be Manna Church.
Yes.
Tell us about that role and why you feel like you're equipped to do it.
That's really good. So at Manna Church, I am right now the assistant director in the nursery. So I get to love on, pray over the babies. And that's just a sweet opportunity. And I think I felt equipped because of also my degree. Like, I know when you think of counseling, you just think of, talking to another adult, but in our bachelor's, we were able to understand like human growth and development, understanding the things you learn at such a little age and how they affect you when you're older. And so being able to like love on our little ones, but also pray over them, sing over them, just like sweet songs of you were made on purpose or God sees you, God loves you. It's so funny. Like we sing these songs, but even as an adult, there was one time I was afraid to kill a bug, and Miss Becky, who's the director of the nursery, was like, why don't you sing one of the songs that we sing to the baby of like, I will not be afraid, I can be brave, I can be brave. And I was like, no, I can't be brave. I sing that to our babies, but I can't do that. Like our babies can, but I can't. But it was just like one of those funny moments of like, man, no, wait, I sing this over them because I believe that they can be brave because of the Lord. I believe that they are seen and heard, but he also sees me and hears me. So it's so sweet how the Lord ministers to you too.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why I feel equipped and empowered is because I know how important it is to speak life over even little babies, even over grown adults, and how that impacts them.
And the moms. So, okay, so we might spend just a little bit too much time together.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, we do this. I practically live at her home.
Right? We might just spend a little bit too much time. So I also serve under her in the nursery.
The tables have turned.
How they have
You were
turned.
my boss, and now here I am.
Yeah, you are, girl. But so I serve under her, and you make a valid point. Like, you think of counseling and you don't necessarily this is why getting your degree is so important, because you have a mindset of what this looks like, and you'd be amazed at what God can actually do, right? I watch you and how you deal with the parents when they're coming to drop those babies off, especially the parents who are doing it for the very first time, and they're scared, they're nervous, because I haven't left my 3-month-old baby with anyone yet. They have been attached in my hip, and now you want me to leave this baby in your hands. I don't even know who you are. I ain't never seen you a day in my life. I'm sure I have, but that's not the point, right? I'm gonna leave my baby with you while I go sit in here and watch and enjoy this service, which is the whole point of the nurses, so that they can enjoy the service. We love on the babies, right? I've watched you calm the spirit of a parent who is nervous about doing it. And I believe you used your counseling knowledge to do that.
Yes.
I know you did, and it's beautiful. And so even though that may not be an opportunity to be a counselor, quote unquote, you have made some parents very open to leave their little one in the possession of these perfect strangers who are there. I mean, we're vetted. Like, you got to go through some process to be in that nursery, okay? Not just anybody can come in there. But to leave the babies with this perfect stranger and then go into the service, and they come out so refreshed and so rejuvenated from the service because they didn't have to worry about their babies. Why didn't they have to worry about their babies? Because they have a Cherish who knows exactly the right words to say, how to nourish them, how to care for them as the parent to make them feel comfortable with the fact that we're going to take care of their little ones.
No, that's good. It actually made me think about how, we're talking about our Christian counseling degree, but also Christian leadership helps a lot with that too. Like,
that's good.
You're able to understand how to be a leader. I don't think I would have felt equipped unless I'd known that I am a leader and how to be a healthy leader, how to be a spiritual leader, how to mentor, coach my team in a way. And that comes into play too. So Christian counseling. I just feel like all our degrees just coexist so well together and help in so many aspects of like, I want to step into leadership. Counseling. I just want to spread the gospel around the world. Well, to do that, I need to know how to be a leader. To do that, I need to understand how to love on people and then understand the people in that region. And so that's like intercultural studies. So it's just really cool to see how they all like coexist together.
Yeah, that's good. She might be Manna University's next spokesperson. That was really good. I don't know that I
haven't finished my master's, but I think I'll start my doctoral now, right?
I didn't say that.
I thought I heard that. Anybody else hear that?
You need to stop. But I really do think that's really cool that you brought that, the correlation of the degrees. And I think it helps too, because you think about how many people have such a hard time choosing a degree because they're like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to use this but in this one thing. And you're just talking about how many spaces you've used your degree in. And there are spaces that most people will be like, how in the world? That's so good.
Yeah, they coexist so well.
Okay. Well, we are going to move on because she's already started talking about empower. And as y'all know, that is my favorite segment. So we are going to move into the empower segment. So tell us a little bit about what empowerment means to you and how you felt empowered as both a student and a staff member at Manna U.
That's really good. Well, I don't think I would have been the best student at Manna University if I wasn't empowered and encouraged by the staff members here. Like, there were so many times that I would come upstairs, and I was so happy that I had a space like that and sit in either Ron's office or somebody's office and go, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this. I think I'm going to fail this class, and I'm just a little overwhelmed and I'm just a little stressed. But to be empowered to go, hey, okay, let's take these next steps. This is what you need to do. I know it's hard right now, but you can finish strong. And so constantly was just encouraged but also empowered to take the next step, because it's really easy to be like, oh, but I feel this way and I just can't feel any other way. And so sometimes empowerment is just like, hey, I love you, I see you, here's the hard truth. You got to step into this,
good.
you know? And so I just think as a student, I got that a lot, and that was just really, in the moment you're like, no, this hurts too bad. But then you finish it, you get a bachelor's, and you're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't have done that without you guys. I'm so empowered. But really, I think just the hard truths were just helpful. And then as a staff member, I think because I was a student, I just feel empowered to serve students to the best of my abilities. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
I was a student. I was empowered by someone. Someone saw me, knew who I was, cared about me enough to empower me. So now here I am at this next level. I want to help someone else and empower them. Like, it feels wrong to be like, oh, well, someone empowered me, da-da-da-da. I'm just going to live up here by myself, not empower anybody else. But, like, I don't think that's the right way to do it. Like, we should constantly be empowering people, encouraging them to, be who they're called to be.
Yeah. I think that's so good. You make a very, very excellent point, because I think I feel the same way, in the sense of, like, because I myself was a student, right? Because I know what it's like to sit in that seat in Ron McBride's office. Shout out to Ron McBride.
Love you, Ron.
To sit in his office and say, yeah, no, I'm good on this. I'm not going to do it because I'm having a moment, right? Because we're not going to lie to you and tell you that the moments aren't going to come. They are.
Yeah.
But to be able to say that to someone, and then they say, okay, I hear you.
Yes.
However,
yes.
you totally got this. When it comes time for us to do things like that for the students, it makes it that much easier, because, well, we want for the students what we got as a student.
Yeah.
And so the cool thing is, a good chunk of our staff members were students. If they aren't currently, they were students. A massive chunk. And so I think that says something about this university, as well, as that you have students, you see them, then when opportunities open, we go for students, because now you know well what it's like to be a student, which means your ability to help the student is on a higher level.
Correct.
Because you've done it.
Yes.
Because you know what they need.
In the game,
I know what I needed as a student, so I'm now going to help you with what you need as a student. I really do love this university. If you can't tell. We're
the number one fan club.
Yeah, we're the fan club. Okay. Okay, so to the listeners or the viewers that are out there and they're considering maybe going back to school, but they're having some concerns, as the enrollment counselor, how would you empower them to go forward? Look at them and begin to empower them.
That's really good. If you are called to something, if the Lord has put something on your heart and has said, hey, you're called to this is your next step. It could be a master's. It could be a doctoral. It could be a certificate, just to understand more of the Bible and more of who God is. What's holding you back? If it's finances, I said this a couple weeks ago. If it's finances, money is the easiest thing for the Lord. The easiest thing for him.
That's good. Money
is the easiest thing for him, because it's his money, not ours. And people will give freely, point blank period. Yeah. 2, I have students sometimes say, well, I'm too old, or I'm too busy, or I'm too this. Like, 1, we're here to help you. This isn't just a university. Oh, here you go. Here's all your stuff. Figure it out. No, we're here to help you. We have courses. We have an orientation class just to show you how to send an email to a professor. Yeah. That's not to make you feel, oh, well, that's so belittling. No, we want to make sure everyone knows how to do each of the things. So, hey, you might be like, I don't normally use a laptop. Well, let's help you. I think anybody on the staff wouldn't mind taking the time, being on a phone call, being on a Zoom call to help you feel equipped and empowered to step into this new season. Right. So I think this is just your moment to trust the Lord. If he's called you to this, and if you feel it on your heart to take that step, just take it. What's the worst thing that could happen? I don't think there is a worst thing that could happen. You learn more about the Bible. You learn more about who God is. Come on. You get empowered. You get educated. You get equipped. I don't see any cons of that. You know. Or if you're like, Cherish, I think I just want to take one class. I've been hearing about this apologetics class. I've been hearing about Destiny and Calling, one class. We got something for you. Yeah. You can take that one class. But just step and do it. Just do it.
That's so good. Man, you were saying something the other day about being in in chapel, and whoever the chapel speaker was that day made a statement at the very beginning that said, if you're looking for a sign.
Yes.
Right?
He was like, we go, it was Jordan, Pastor Tate. He was like, we oftentimes are like, Lord, give me a sign. Lord, give me a sign. But the Lord's been speaking and speaking and speaking. And so he said he was supposed to go somewhere. And he was like, well, Lord, give me a sign. He had all these signs. He turns on the radio and he hears the exact place that he was been praying about to go. And he was like, okay, Lord, you've been speaking before this even happened, but I've just been like, give me a sign. So it's easy to just be like, oh, well, Lord, give me a sign, give me a sign. But he's been talking, he's been speaking, you know it. But I think sometimes our fear or our worry or unknown of what it will look like stops us or go, well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't hear from the Lord. Well, you hear from the Lord. Point blank period. And this might be your sign. Just step, just do it. Just start the process.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Just start the process. Just start the process.
Like just
start.
The step one.
Just start an application.
Start the application.
Just start the application.
That's it.
Put your first and last name. Just start the application. Start having some phone calls. Just start.
Yeah.
That's it.
So good. Okay, well, so everybody on the podcast gets a bonus question that I don't send to them.
Whoa! I didn't know about this.
I know. And so my bonus question for you today is specifically because it is 2026. It's the new year. It's like the first week of the year. And so my question to you is, do you have any goals that you set? I don't do resolutions, I do goals.
Yeah.
But if you do resolutions, do you have any resolutions or do you have any goals that you've set for 2026? And do you already know how you're going to work towards accomplishing them?
Yeah, that's really good. So in November, I started a commitment. It was a 60-day commitment until December 31st, where I was working on physical, mental, and spiritual. And so I think it kind of head start me for the new year and my goals. So my goals are still based off of that. I think they've just gotten deeper. But ultimately, spiritual is you want to be consistent in the word daily. Point blank, period. Yep. We heard a statistic at chapel, actually, where it's like when someone was in the word 1 to 2 days, nothing really was changing. But when they were in the word 4 days or more, they were less lonely. They were less tempted by sin, less anxiety, so many things. And so ultimately, I always want to make sure I'm reading my word daily and just studying it and just spending time with my Father. So that is always one, a spiritual one. And I think another thing I've been adding on is just praying for someone new each day. Just builds the habit of interceding for people. Physical is like, I want to treat my body like a temple. I am lactose intolerant, America. I'm lactose intolerant and I love dairy. So to treat my body like a temple is to not have dairy, okay? To not hurt my body and be mean to it. And if I'm saying this online, I just thought about how committed this makes me if I have to say it right now on a podcast. I'm like, oh no, wait, I can never. Someone sees me eating like a chocolate chip cookie out of nowhere. I'm so sorry. I got
it's so good. It's
but
so good.
Ultimately, like, this is not my body. This is the Lord's body. And I'm being mean to it when I'm doing things that I know upset my body, that makes me feel groggy, that doesn't give me productivity. And then my mental was, I'm tired of social media. I said it as a young person.
Listen, come on, young person.
So I have deleted practically all my social media. I only have LinkedIn, my favorite social media.
It is her favorite, seriously.
But really, it helps me be productive, not, I think it helps me be a better leader. It helps me better in my job, helps me better in my friendships, to be able to listen and sit to you and not be thinking about la, 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 la. So I think the goals for the new year are just really to deeper those 3 habits and those 3 things in my life. And Yeah, I'm excited.
So good.
About the new year.
Yeah.
It's a new year.
So typically the bonus question is not a Bible question, but like some sort of wacky question from the Bible. So
Oh, no.
It's something like, what Bible character you want to go to lunch with? Something crazy like that.
Fine.
So I just wanted to ask you that one because it is the new year, and
Yes,
why not?
that makes
But
sense.
I do want to ask if you could have one Bible character, not Jesus. I always have to say that because everybody goes straight to Jesus.
That's really funny.
We got him already.
Correct.
Okay? He's there. But if you could have one Bible character, not Jesus, that was your life coach, who would it be?
My life coach. It's so funny. Before you said anything, I just thought of Oprah. But Oprah wasn't in the Bible. But you were like, don't say Jesus. And I'm over here like, Oprah. I don't know why Oprah's just running through my head right now. Oprah. But Oprah is not a Bible character. So I won't say Oprah any more times than I have already.
Grateful.
Oh my gosh. You didn't give me time to prep. Let me think.
I know. That's the point. To put you on the spot.
I think it would be Moses. I said it.
Ooh.
And it's probably only because I've been reading Deuteronomy. And so I'm just reading about the Israelites, aka me, because I'm always like,
And me.
no, Lord. You can't do this. You tell me to be strong and courageous, but you can't fight these people even though you just told me you could fight them for me. It doesn't matter. But I feel like I would sit down with Moses and just talk more about, the Israelites because that's who I am, I'm a complainer. I'm a whiner. I'm just trying to...
so real.
Yeah, I think
love
that's what
the
it is.
realness in that. Most people would not admit things of that
I
nature.
am. Every time I read it, I'm like... I would say the same thing. I see why they said that, but that's not good. Lord, fix my heart. I'm like, they're over here just like whining and whining. I'm like, I'm a whiner too. So
I love
I would be
that.
Moses probably.
Y'all see why I love her.
I'm just being real.
So real.
You know?
Real. All right, well, this has been great. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Grateful. This was really good. I feel like it did something different for the podcast. Not like it's better, but it's just that idea that we got to really dig into the life of a graduate and focus on what that looks like. And so I loved everything about the things that you said, and I am super grateful that we got to have you on, and you got to kick off 2026.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. My debut. Love this.
Love it. All right. Well, we are so grateful that you were with us. It almost felt like we were just having our everyday.
We see you there. Don't worry.
Yeah, we haven't forgotten that you're there.
Yes.
This is what we do so often. It's not even funny.
That's true.
But thank you so much. All the places where this is at, we're on all the places. YouTube, Spotify. There's another place. Apple.
Whoa.
All those places. Subscribe, like, share, comment, unless it's going to be not nice, and then foul it
please
in
don't.
foul 13 because that's where we'll foul it if you don't. But it's been great. Until next month. Bye.
What is it? Come and see here at Manna University.